for re-entry. But there are some other things that ought to be addressed, and that's one of them.
Designate that they're in custody or not, but
Get all the other documents to get a state ID.
You want us to pay? No.
Mississippi get to the top of the chain about how July the 1st, and it's gonna have a
Corporativeness of the.
Works full-time.
Rankin County said, oh my God, they're ate up with sex offenders.
Most of us are old enough to remember when they checked the box on the employment application, if they checked the box, are you a convicted felon? It didn't go much further. And that got fortunately fixed, but it's not totally fixed. Votech. Ingalls Shipyard will start somebody at $65,000 a year, even if they're a felon, to start. Well, for much of Mississippi, that's life-changing money. So we do want to train our people when they're incarcerated because they will get out. And we used to just give them a bus ticket and $20 and say, go be a good boy. But unfortunately, that didn't work. And when they got home, often their families would say, we don't want you back. You caused us enough trouble. They couldn't get a job. They had no ID. They didn't have a driver's license. They become despondent in a hurry, and they would go back into the criminal activities. So we had a revolving door. We're trying to prohibit.
making so much money out of that was feeding the corruption with the employees. And since we weren't having any visitors, it had to be with the employees that was bringing all the corruption, all the drugs and so forth in the prison.
Public safety, and that's what we gotta have that. And then see if that satisfies the role, or if you need further, and if you need further. But let's first get a report from.
Romeo and Juliet laws are like 18 states. We don't have anything like that here. But there's no, all sex offenders are treated the same, violent, non-violent. There's no difference in the way the code reads. So when you've got, young couples that.
That guy told you that went 17 years and then before he got out, she was 16, he was 19. Yes, sir.
Another issue that on the sex offenders for the sheriffs is, at the CMCF out there, every sex offender that's incarcerated there counts on my numbers. And I've asked a few times to try to get that changed where there's an MDOC number of incarcerated people, because if you look up Rankin County and say, oh my God, they're ate up with sex offenders, those sex offenders that are incarcerated count against me. And I'd like to see that change where somebody wanting to move here from another state will, say, oh, realize, no, there's not that many there, So that's a thing with all the sheriffs in each county.
Absolutely right on
Yes,
that.
sir.
I had to put him that sex offender, and I lost the battle. So we do want to stay specific for re-entry, but there are some other things that ought to be addressed, and that's one of them. Yes, sir.
I think what he's talking about is the registry. That the people on the registry are listed as Rankin County, but because they're in
They're
custody.
incarcerated, right? They're listed as living in
But the
Rankin
woman who looks it up on the internet and she says, I got that many people in Rankin County, I'm not moving there. That's right. That's right.
That's like, we have to say where they are, and that's where they are. So, there may be some, how to designate that they're in custody or not, but I don't think that's a corrections issue or a re-entry issue. It's bad publicity for Rankin County.
It is.
And so, that's a Chamber of Commerce issue, I think.
Anybody else want to weigh in? Yes, sir.
On the felon, on applications, you have to declare yourself as a felon. When a person does this flat time, if he's a non-violent felon, I think we should look at a way to get him a better opportunity for employment by taking that felon off of the applications.
I'll agree with that too. There's a lot of them. Of course, now the pendulum's changing because so many people are looking for employees and they tend to overlook it. But most of us are old enough to remember when they checked the box on the employment application, if they checked the box, are you a convicted felon? It didn't go much further. And that got fortunately fixed, but it's not totally fixed. Ms.